you guys? It's me and Naomi, the two backing girls.
Back at this again.
Back at it again. So, I had started making some cookie dough the other day. And cookie dough. Now, I wanted to leave it in the... Oh,
That's hard.
it is hard, ain't it? That's why we got that. So, it's been set in the refrigerator. Now it's time to make the cookies. But, while I'm making these cookies, oh my gosh, this
Did you
dough
let it
is
sit out?
hard. What? No, I didn't. We'll make it work. I might have to stand up and do this. So, while I am scooping the cookie dough out, Miss Naomi here, our high schooler, for the first time, is going to talk to us about how the first, close to a month now, if not a month, of school has been going. So, let's hear it, Nose. What's your experience like in high school?
High school is pretty decent. Like I said, people typically overhype it or just say it's this and this is that. There's going to be so much pressure. But like I said, it's kind of easy overall. Education is easy, but it is easy to get F's in your class if you're really not keeping up with the work. Because I feel like even with the first, or not the first, more so the second and third week of school, they really start piling work on you. And it's not like middle school. They're not going to give you more time because typically they move by semesters. So it's like by the time of the first semester ends, which is typically like 3 to 4 months, they not going to give no more room of trying to turn in work. But high school, it works different. If you are assigned the work and the due date, you have up until from the due date and a week from the due date to get that done, which, like I said, it's different than middle school. The crowd is more different. You know, they don't typically play that. That's why once you get to become a freshman, you really got to lock in and
So
grow up.
Let's pause there. That goes to when we would always tell y'all, middle school, you know, they're going to be more lenient. You know, credits is not involved. They still going to hold y'all hands a little bit more, constantly remind you about your assignments due, blah, blah, blah. The high school, they're more trying to prepare you for college.
Right, and you know with that, they're not playing that skipping thing. They're not doing all that because from what I heard last year, it was horrible last year, but this year they not playing. They have more. They gonna have more hall monitors and stuff that's they gonna be on top of you. They're really counting the time it passed because they're starting to. Well, for right now, they're starting to hold that against homecoming. 3 tardies, that's when they're going to start calling home for each classes. You're going to start having to serve a lot of detention. If you don't come at serve them detentions after school, then that's when they're going to start putting strikes on you in terms of being able to go to games that's been hosted at the school, being able to participate in, what is it called? Sports, clubs. Like I said, they're going to hold homecoming against you and stuff. They're not playing it. Not for real.
They cracking down more.
Right.
And I agree. Because kids need more discipline and structure between home, and I know we always say, which is very true, you know, everything starts at home. It definitely does. But then I leave school accountable as well. That's the problem. Like, school today is not like it used to be. Even when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying? I really feel like school is like the home away from home. That same structure should be implemented as well. Those parents and schools should be working together to ensure that the kids get what they need, you know. So they do. They need to start teaching consequences and repercussions. When you don't, this is what happens. So yeah, I agree with that.
Right, because like even what you said, the consequences or whatever, because it's like, even though, which to me is kind of still a little weird to me, but even though they be like, well, this is up to you to take the education or not, because you're coming here for it. I already have it, so like it's not really up to me, it's up to you. Right. But at the same time, it's like it's either that or the consequences. Because like they still don't play that. Let's just say if you was to skip whatever. Of course you gotta put on a smart pass. I don't know if everybody around like uses that system. But you got It's basically like if you have to go use the bathroom or you have to go to a different class, then you have to put into the system that you're coming from this class and going this to your next location. But if that 5 minutes, if it goes beyond the 5 minutes, they gonna come and look for you. Yeah.
So overall, as far as high school goes, you think you adapting pretty well and
it's chill.
adjusting?
Yeah, I think it's chill.
Okay. Gotta pick your crowds and know who you're around.
Me too.
Yep, we always say,
Everybody two-faced, really.
yeah, that's why I always emphasize the fact that you don't go to school to get a friend. Forget friends.
Yeah, that can come on.
That if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, because you are there not at a social event, not at a social gathering, but you're there to get an education. So if you just so happen to grab a friend, a true friend that has showed and proven themselves to be a friend as you as well, then cool. But if not, it's okay, because your primary objective is an education. Because when you walk away from that, what can that friend do for you? Nothing. That friend can't go get a job, can't go to college for you, go to trade school, whatever it is that you might be trying, whatever it is that you might try to do post graduation. So definitely important just to go and get what you went there for. Because I always tell them, they always say, oh, I don't feel like going to school, I hate doing this, I just want to stay at home, I'm tired. I was like, well, you know what? You know how tired you are. You know how much you don't want to do it, so do it one time. Give it your all that one time, and you won't have to do it again.
Right.
So that's always my bit of advice when it comes to school. So thank you, Naomi, for sharing your school experience. Pause.
One of the biggest things you also got to keep in mind, it's like, all right, even with what is it called, friends, education and stuff, one of the biggest things y'all got to keep in mind is you got to wear deodorant.
Okay.
You got to wear deodorant, and you can't be moving in the halls slow too. But other than that,
so hygiene is the advice you have.
yeah, because they're not gonna they're gonna clown you. They're gonna clown you. Okay. You would think that just because, well, I'm in high school now, they're gonna be mature. Now they still gonna clown you. No.
I mean, if you stink, you stink. I don't know if maturity got anything to do with telling a person, hey, yo.
No, they be overly doing it.
Oh, okay. Well, there's advice from Naomi. Wear deodorant. There we have it. Thank you for sharing your school experience with us. And you all will be back in a little bit because Neriah wants to share her first year in 6th grade, first year brick and mortar, first year away from being homeschooled. And by that time, I don't know, maybe the cookies will be done. Maybe I can get a glimpse of the cookies. It's all right, we'll be back in a minute. All right, people, I told y'all we will be back. And we're back with cookies. That's the first batch. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So we're working on the second batch. Ooh, chocolate on my fingers. They're still kind of warm. Working on the second batch. And we are now having a little chit chat with Neriah. Neriah Kinsey, as I like to call her, by her first and middle name. But yeah, as you all already know, this is Neriah's first year in school, period, and now first year in 6th grade. So Neriah, talk to us a little bit. Oh, somebody's sleeping?
Yes.
Oh my. Talk to us a little bit about 6th grade, girl.
6th grade math, it's harder than I expected it to be, but it's still good to, it's quite a little, somewhat easy to understand it though.
So it's a little bit more challenging than you expected, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, but I gotta say 5th grade was harder in my opinion.
5th grade was harder in your opinion.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, it's your story. I'll let you tell it.
And everything. The teachers, they're cool, especially Miss Newcomer. And they're cool. The rules at the school, they're a little bit, they're fine. you just can't have your bag in the lunch cafeteria for some reason.
Yeah, she let me know one day that they told her she couldn't have her backpack or even her purse with her at lunch. I was like, okay, whatever, their rules. I don't necessarily understand it, but you know, hey, we pick our fights wisely.
And they only want us to, they don't want the most reason why they don't want us to have fun, so we can interact with each other.
Okay.
But the students though, they are chill in my opinion. Some of them they not chill.
What do you mean by not chill?
They be acting up on me, and they be acting up, period.
Okay. So when you say acting up, like what, like a home training, or
They be acting like wild animals.
wild animals, like a home training, or forgetting a home training, one of the two.
But somehow they always pass in the class.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about how the story I got called a slut.
Ew, that's a nasty name.
One day, this morning, this kid was mad for some reason. Let's call him Jay.
Alright, so Jay.
He was mad because I don't know for what reason. He didn't like me or this other kid, we just call him L. He didn't like me or L, but he was trying to snatch the marker out of my hand because he was supposed to be sharing it. I wasn't done why I was supposed to, but guess what?
Nobody knows what you're saying.
But guess what? He's a little shorter than me, so I was able to keep the marker in my hand because he's a little weak too. And he got mad and go walk away. Later that day, he was with a different teammate. He was with a different team that was next to us though. He said, "Well, how about if I wears out over your stuff?" I said, "How about you just mind your little business and just do your own work?" He said, "Man, I was just playing. That's why you're a little slut."
That wasn't nice. So in other words, kid was having a bad day. He decided to turn his bad day and take it out on you.
Yeah.
Picking with you while you were working, wanted to threaten to mess up your work, and then to get under your skin further, he called you out of your name.
Yeah, and when I goes to get mad about it, he goes to ask me if things okay at home.
So he tried to flip the story on you like it was something wrong with you,
Yeah.
when it in fact was actually him.
Yeah. Let me tell you this other time how I got called down my name too. I got called Little B for just cause of playing. This one girl, we just gonna call female L. She goes to, we were just talking in class. She was talking about how she almost died in a fight and all the other stuff, and how she got sent to the principal office. And then she goes to talk about, hey, guess what you is? I said, what am I? She said something in a different language, I think. I asked, what does that mean? She said, it means you're a B.
What I was saying. How did you handle it?
I told her first of all, I don't take that, and I don't play it like that. She said she was just joking. I started backing up on her a little bit because I go to walk up to people. She said she's just joking. She joked it up. I don't put. I'm just joking. I ended up telling the teacher. She got sent to the principal office.
So something we also teach them too is you make people respect you. You don't tolerate and allow disrespect. And when you do it without a smile. You do it firmly. You set the person in their place firmly. No joking, no playing, straight face. Because you want them to know that you are serious. I am not playing. I will not tolerate disrespect. We can joke, we can laugh, we can play about a whole lot of other stuff, but disrespect, I will never joke, laugh, and play about. And I always teach them, we always teach them, you set the grounds for how people treat you. You set the grounds for how people treat you. Never tolerate disrespect. Right then and there, you stop it, you check it, you put it in its place. Because if you don't, people will continue to do it. Because they think that you're okay with it. We don't tolerate that calling nobody out of their names. Rather it's what's called profanity or stupid or dumb or none of that. We don't play like that. So that was her first experience having to really stand her ground and let a person know, don't play with me like that because I don't play. So we were very proud of her that she that she did that. And it was actually unfortunate that, you know, she had to go to school and almost immediately deal with something like that. So, I mean, do you think leaving home
Was a good idea.
was a good idea?
Yes.
Yes. You think it's worth it?
Yes.
You do. Okay, so you're liking the interaction and things like that with other people. How is it going with you switching classes?
It's easy.
Adjusting? Okay.
Anyways, I got another story for y'all. How this kid goes to talk about first, one day this morning, the kids go to stand up to do the pledges of allegiance. The kids go sit down and ask me, "Why don't you stand up?" I said, "Cause I'm not meant to stand up." I should say it like that. He said, "But you are." I said, "But I'm not." I just end the conversation there. Then I don't know. He goes to grab a pen, walks up to me, and starts stabbing me with it. The pen didn't have no ink in it, but I ended up still pushing him away towards the teacher's desk. Somehow, the teacher didn't see none of that. And he was just saying he was just joking. He was joking about it.
Most of the time when you stop and put people in their place and they see you ain't playing, I'm not playing. You're not playing any games. They'll try to switch, "Oh, we're just playing." No, you wasn't just playing. That's not a way to play. But yeah.
Then other time, this kid named A, he goes to kick on me in the hallway. Then he was trying to run away. Of course, he was slow about it. I catch up to him.
You caught up to him.
Caught up to him. He had a hoodie on, so I grabbed him by the back of his hoodie. Then I yank him back. He had his head bounced off the ground and hit the ground. He did it again in gym class. So of course I grab him by his hoodie and throw him. There's this blue cake thing that separates the gym room. So I throw him into that. He ended up getting in trouble. It's because teacher told him not to play around with type of stuff.
So it sounds like a lot of kids are there to play and not truly get their education, and which is sad because those type of children stop the classroom from learning from kids that actually want to learn to have to be disciplined, and that takes away from learning. So that's unfortunate, but I'm glad that you have been enjoying your school.
And stuff. Actually paying attention to class too. He did that in the hallway.
Gets better for you. Okay. Well, I mean, it sounds like everything's been good for you and whatnot. So, yeah. Well, thank you all for sitting with us. Don't you do it. Thank you for sitting with us while we chatted a little bit and baked some cookies. Now you all who decided to join me from the short that I posted. I posted a short making the cookies. So since you all have came on over, you all were able to see how the cookies turned out. So we're gonna get ready to eat a little dinner here soon and enjoy these cookies. But yeah, thanks you all for joining Neriah, Naomi, and myself while we baked cookies and talked about our first week in school. All right, see you all.
Bye, party
Peace.
people.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget.